Congratulations, you've signed up to your first ever BJJ class. Here is what you can expect. But first, there's a few things you need to know. Hygiene, extremely important. It's very important you have clean clothing and you have trimmed nails, okay? We don't want people getting their eyes scratched out or people getting quizzed by their partners when they get home. Secondly, make sure you bow to the god of the gym you are attending. So whatever poster they have on the wall, make sure you bow to that god before you enter the mat. I'm just joking, but it's a joke but not a joke. There are some cultish gyms out there. Be careful. So firstly, you will typically start the class with a warm-up. That can vary depending on the gym that you are attending. I personally like to do stretching and mobility. This is a 7 a.m. class, by the way, so a lot of the guys have just woken up, so they're really stiff and they appreciate a good stretch in the morning before they get into training. They normally last about 10 to 15 minutes. I normally do it for around 10 minutes, but depending on where you go, they'll do it for different lengths of time. They are designed normally for you to kind of learn the mechanics involved in jiu-jitsu. So there will be common moves that you will repeatedly use from white belt through to black belt, such as bridging, hip escaping, those sorts of things. So that's typically what you would do in a warm-up, front rows, back rows, maybe. Again, depending on what gym it is you're attending. Okay. After that, you will normally go into technique, where the position or technique will be explained. And this is where you'll kind of get an understanding of what you're doing for the day. Now, there's probably going to be a lot of terminology that you will not understand at the beginning. It is literally like another language. You'll hear all these terms and names for different guards and positions, but it's completely fine. It's normal. We've all been there. We've all done it. We've all been through the same experience. After that, we get into the technique. This is where the position is showed. As you can see, I'm demonstrating, I'm explaining the situation, the positioning, essentially giving the guys as much information as possible so that they can understand the technique and understand what it is they need to do and how to do it. This is where the coaching matters, because you need to be able to understand the information being translated, right? It needs to be transferable and translated so that you understand it. And this is where it will typically happen. After this, the guys will break away. They will go in their pairs or three if it's odd numbers, and they will break away and they will start to practice the position. As you can see, it's about to take place. I ask if anybody has any questions. Does everybody understand? They all say yes, agree, we clap, 1, 2, 3. Everybody goes off into the wild and they start practicing the technique. As you can see here, you have people practicing. I'm walking around to correct people, which is what most coaches will do. They will walk around, and if they see anything that needs correcting or adjusting, they will typically help. But do not be shy, okay? You might be new to the class or new to the sport, but if you have a question, you should ask. It's always worth asking the question so that it makes sense to you and so that you understand it. After that, we go into a second part of the technique. Now, depending on where you're going, they will have different amount of techniques that they would show in a class. We will normally go from anywhere from between 2 and 3, and they will generally connect, and you'll kind of build I guess a bit of a system. You'll start in one position, go to another, etc. And then we go into some specific training. So this is something that you might experience, where you work the specific situation. Here we're doing first points or submission wins the round. Okay, this is specific training to work a specific situation. Not every gym will do this, but most gyms will do some kind of specific training. Then after you've done specific training, you will generally have free rolling, where you can do as you wish. After that, we line up, class is over.